So the rotten post deck, boom, right? Gorgeous, absolutely stunningly gorgeous. This system, and now check it out. Switch to tan, stunningly gorgeous, thick build, pretty. Remember how I showed you all those massive hairlines? They're all gone, and that's the power of Kong. Its resurfacing ability is unmatched and uncontested in the world of deck coatings. Thick build, full-bodied, gorgeous, and tough. And this is what you need for your deck system to protect it long term. So I showed you this deck yesterday, and we called it the rotten post deck because of this. This post here was completely rotten. This was rotten, this was rotten. We came in with a new 6x6, connected it here with braces, strong structural braces. That thing's not going anywhere, right? Step system, splinter lock technology here. Look how gorgeous. Look at this full build, look at this full-bodied, full build coating system on this deck now, from where it was with that thin residential garbage that was on here with millions of hairline cracks open and exposed. I'll show you the difference. All covered in entry points. We probably got 90% of the entry points on this deck floor covered in. Who am I? I'm Anthony Ford. I'm the nation's most experienced deck restoration painter, deck rescue painter, and I'm right here in your backyard, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, Southeast Indiana, the tri-state, right? I only work with one coating system, and it's Kong Armor. The coating system and application process that I designed to save badly weathered deck systems that are on their last leg, getting ready to go to the dumpster. This deck system was not in that condition, but where it was it was in danger of getting in that position because of the hairlines in the floor. I'm going to insert some pictures in here so that you can see what this deck system did look like, and we'll do that now. In the tri-state, you got a couple options. I'm gonna spell them out to you. You can hire a contractor that does a couple decks a year. I do 350 plus. You can hire a contractor that does a couple decks a year, or you can hire high school kids, college kids, and you're going to end up with a thin residential coating system on your deck that has no chance at all to protect it. No UV protection, no long-term protection, just a paper thin layer of protection between you, your deck, and Mother Nature. And you know that's not going to work. Come on, between me and you, you know that's not going to work. Kong, up to 30 times thicker than residential deck paints, right? It expands and contracts with the humidity, the water in the air. Sorry, the relative humidity. How much water is in the air and heat, right? So at times it can be 10% thicker. It can even go up to 30% thicker. Look at this. This was barn red yesterday. Look how beautiful it is now. And that's the other thing. One day, you guys are messing around with boys 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days sitting around in your yard playing around, joking for $500 or $600, right? 2 visits. A visit to wash and do restoration. Let me tell you, when I pulled up here yesterday, we had this deck washed and all the wood replaced on it. Well, we didn't have it all the way washed, but we did have all the wood replaced on it, which was 5 or 6, 7 planks and that post inside of a couple hours. It was washed probably within 4 hours. Here we are today, and we're done. So 2 visits and it's over. Another thing that you only get with Kong and you won't get anywhere else is our silverback epoxy. It's a filler that we to fill in deck posts. These had large checking in them that ran the length of them all the way down, and we take that silverback epoxy and we fill it in there. And what we know, we coat over it naturally after it's in there, but what we know about it now after using it for so long is that it actually has the ability to hold these gaps, these cracks, to actually hold them closed, to keep them from reopening. The other options that you have is guys that are going to use $2 caulk tubes on your deck, and you're going to be in trouble immediately. They got the wrong line of thinking. Do you understand? Their thinking is correct, but it's just actually backwards to what's going to happen. They think, oh, put caulk in there because of stretch and it'll open up, right? The problem is the caulk can't fight it from opening up. It opens up more than the caulk can handle. Some of it can expand up to 300%, but in order for it to do that, it cracks and busts, and then you have a problem. When you use epoxy with insane adhesion, it's almost like a super glue that's absurdly adhesive, that can handle thousands of pounds of PSI pressing on it. When you use epoxy, it actually grabs onto each side of the crack and fights to hold it shut. Our epoxy system is very similar to the same thing they set rebar into concrete with, setting epoxy. It's a tough deal, and it's in our deck post. Look at, all sealed off, all gorgeous, all beautiful, all waterlocked. Water's not going to get down in those posts, in the cracks. I've seen these after guys paint them. Guys will paint these. I'll look at a deck system that a homeowner just paid $2,000 or $3,000 to have painted, and they'll have big, large cracks going down them. And I've seen mushrooms grow out of those cracks. I've seen mildew. I've seen algae. And I just look at myself and I'm like, wow, you just paid that painter to paint that deck and you didn't even close off your deck post cracks? Wow. Wow. If one of those posts go, this is why we do that, right? We could probably get away with not doing that, but here's why we do it. It's because it's what's right for the customer. Listen, if one of those posts go, okay, what happens is the homeowner is faced with an absurd, a crazy, absurd cost. We're walking the system now with the owner to make sure that he's happy with everything. But it's a crazy, absurd cost. If one of these posts come out, or one of these posts rot from having those cracks in them. You ever had to have a structural engineer come in? And you ever got a bill from a structural engineer or even a deck contractor? Because you can't get anybody to come out but the best. Nobody else will come out, right? So a deck contractor has to come out and deal with a rotten post. You're still looking at thousands upon thousands of dollars, right? Why? When that can be absolutely averted. Your options are limited. Kong has the best application process where we're taking high grade elastomer and smashing it into the cracks and the hairlines of your deck and gaps and filling it in, and then rebuilding and resurfacing, right? We're taking silverback epoxy, filling out all your gaps, all your cracks, all your checking, and then coating over and resurfacing. Thick build, high stretch, tough as nails exoskeleton for your deck system. Lifetime limited warranty. You won't find a match for it. We promise. Lifetime service promise. You won't find a match for it. We promise. Nobody wants the problems. But we believe in our product that much. It's that simple. Now, you have first-in-class UV deflectors, splinter lock technology, water lock technology, mildew guard, algae guard, mold block. I can go on and on and on about all the things that are great about Kong and makes it superior to the other options that you have in the area. Just really can. I could write a book about it. I actually have before. I've attempted to. I'm not that great at writing. I'm okay. I can write ad copy and things like that, but anyways, your options are, like I said, local painter that paints 2 decks a year, doesn't have any experience in resurfacing deck systems, doesn't have any experience in restoring deck systems. You're going to end up with a thin residential layer, residential deck paint, about as thick as a sheet of paper. No protection, no UV deflection, no nothing. Or you can replace your deck boards with composite, spend $30,000, $40,000, whatever, right? Or you can just cut right to the chase. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting money every year. Kong, designed to last you a lifetime. The worst you would ever face with us is regeneration at some point. Touch-up coating. That's it. Stop wasting money every year to paint and stain your deck. Stop dreaming about composite. Stop calling little boys saying, how much will you paint my deck for? Go to kongarmor.com right now and get a lifetime deck armor system. Get the real deal and get it over with. www. I'll show you. Right here. Kong Armor. KONGARMOR.com. 2 visits. I'll have you a new deck system. See you.